Hey YouTube, today I will be showing you how to jailbreak your iPhone 3G with the iOS4 installed, and it's a very easy process. Only requires a few steps. So this tutorial is for iPhone 3G. It's not for the 3GS, it's 3G. The way you figure out if it's 3G or 3GS is by at the back. It has here a model number, and it says here that this phone is A1241. 12 means that it's 3G. If it would have said A13 and a bunch of numbers, then it means that it's 3GS. Alright, so for this tutorial you need your iPhone, you need your cable, you need iTunes, and you need the latest firmware, which is given at the comment section, and you need the redsnow jailbreaking tool. Alright, so first thing we have to do is we have to connect the phone to iTunes. It's going to show up on iTunes. Right, now we have to click the restore button, but we have to hold the shift button and click restore. Then this window should pop up. Now, to the firmware that you downloaded, which is shown in the description, you select that firmware, which is 4.0, and it will do a restore. Now, when it does the restore, everything will be wiped out. The whole thing your whole iPhone will be clean. So you better back up whatever you have there before you do a restore. I just backed up my personal things. I didn't back up too much, just images and contacts. Alright, so we're now gonna click restore. Alright, so now it's restoring. This whole process will usually take a good 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. Alright, so it'll just start restoring just now. Alright, so now it's shut off the iPhone, and now it's gonna do the restore. And we'll just cut out here because it's a lengthy process. So after you Shift+click restore, you click the firmware that you want to restore, which is iOS4, and after that you don't have to touch the iPhone, just wait for it to restore. And once it finishes restoring, it will let you know. So here it's still restoring. Alright, so the iPhone is nearly restored, and this is exactly how it should up when you leave the iPhone alone. And the process bar here would disappear, and the iPhone would do its thing on its own right now. Alright, so it has finished restoring, and now it comes up with this little thing how we have to unlock it or do whatever. Well, anyway, we're not gonna bother with this. We'll just put it on the table and worry about it later. So now, when you have downloaded your redsnow jailbreaking tool, you just extract it into a folder. So all these files, I'm going to just copy paste, drag and drop them into this folder here. Alright, so that's all good. So we're going to double click on the redsnow application here, and there it is. From here on, we have to click on browse, and we have to click on our iOS4 firmware that we have downloaded previously and that we have restored our iPhone with. So this is the firmware. So it's going to do a little bit of checking here. Alright, so that's all good. We now click next. More processing here. Alright. So these are the little options that we can have here. Install Cydia, which is pretty much essential. Verbose boot means every time you restart your phone, instead of the logo showing up, you'll have a bunch of letters, numbers, and things like that. And personally, I like it, so I'll take that as a yes. We can have custom boot logo, not my personal thing. Custom recovery logo, not my personal thing. Multitasking. I recommend for iPhone 3G to not have multitasking because it will simply be too slow. But that's just me. You guys can experiment and have multitasking, but personally I don't really like multitasking. Home screen wallpaper, yeah, we'll enable that, and battery percentage, yeah, we'll enable that. Alright, so click like next now. So now we have to turn off our iPhone. So turn it off. To turn it off, we hold this button at the top. And it says slide to power off, so we slide to power off. So it's turned off now. Okay, it's turning off. Alright, so now it's off. Now, this is important. When we click next, we have to hold down the top button for 3 seconds. We have to go into some mode or something. So right. So we're gonna click next. And we're gonna hold down this button for 3 seconds. Then we're gonna hold down the middle button for 10 seconds, which is important. The timer shown here, sorry guys. Now we're gonna let go of the top button, but still keep holding down the middle button. Sorry guys, I'm trying to do this with 2 hands. Alright, all good. Now we're good here. So this thing loaded, we're good. So if that doesn't work, just try it again. Turn your iPhone off and hold down this button for 3 seconds. Then push this button down while holding down, push down the home button for 10 seconds. Then let go of the top button and you should get into this mode. So from now on, we're pretty much finished. So it does its little thing here. Does its own magic. Rebooting, done. Alright. So right now it says done here. This means that all the process will be happening now on the iPhone. So put down the phone here. And we're gonna close this off because this is really just click the finish button because it says done here, finish. And now the whole process will just be happening on the iPhone, and that's pretty much it. This process will take about a good 7 minutes, I believe, 7 minutes. So allow 7 minutes for this to finish, and you will be taken straight to the home screen after a few restarts. And that's it. You have CD installed. You can restore your iPhone backup, add some sources to CD, reinstall your applications, do whatever you want now with a jailbroken iPhone. And then again, if you guys chose to multitask, which I was a little bit against because it's way too slow. I tried multitasking before on iPhone 3G and it's simply too slow. When I had the memory here, it was showing right here, the memory at the top. When it was idling, with the older firmware, 3.13, it showed about 50 megabytes of free memory. When I installed iOS4, it showed only 26 megabytes of free memory. And I believe that multitasking takes up a huge chunk of it. So I'm gonna now make a little experiment and just see how it runs without the multitasking feature. Should run probably optimal, just like Steve Jobs said. Right, so it's doing its magic. Right, so it's booting up right now. But at this point, you guys have finished. Success. Alright, now this is that verbose boot mode that I have been talking about. Shows you a bunch of numbers and letters and all the cool stuff that's happening instead of the iPhone logo. Alright, you guys are nearly there. You guys are nearly there. Yeah, and if you like the tutorial, definitely leave a comment. I like this kind of stuff. I like reading comments. If you guys need help, leave a comment, you know. People usually answer to comments. People usually give help when asked. You know, you don't ask, you don't get. So leave a comment there, and there we go. We're done. All done. So now we unlock it. That's it. We have a little, this is iOS4, which is going to settings, but as you have seen from the utilities menu, the icons have been grouped. So go into settings. That's it, done guys. That's pretty much there is. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed the review. There's CD installed, and yeah, leave a comment, you know, if you guys Happy with the video? Alright, and enjoy.